All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. We're going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere, somewhere on our ad, aka they're not simply scrolling on by. And we care about women clicking somewhere in our ad because that means our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because when our ad enters their brain, that is the only time their chance of buying from us is non-zero. So we got to get this unique CTRL number up as high as possible, but under 6% is the most common thing I'm seeing, and it's a massive, massive problem. So even though it's the most common thing I'm seeing, and that boudoir photographers have in their Facebook ads backend dashboard, it is not normal. It is the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes. So 3 pre-click mistakes causes BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, we also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe, taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And nobody else has this treatment. You can only get it here. And because we invented it. In Boudoir Pico, we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, whether it's on or off. We treat the duplicated ads. We leave the original one alone, treat it. Takes about a week. At the end of the week, we keep whichever one rolling as the better metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. And this is basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy enough. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, in my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there in the wild. And first one I tested, the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So we know that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated that, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better. So instead of like 4 out of 100 women clicking somewhere in the ad, we got it up to approximately 7 out of 100 women. So we actually found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of its ad spend. So instead of spending 10 grand a month on their Boudoir Facebook ads, $3,700 a month every single month was being wasted. So what we can do is we can eliminate that waste by using the Boudoir Pico treated ad and spend the difference instead and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So Boudoir Pico at, what would this be, $6,300 a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So that's where the massive gains come from. Now, the second part of my residency, found another one in the wild, Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it back to the hospital. Unique CTRL 1.39%. Okay, that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. Duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So that's insanely good. We found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, literally $8,400 a month being wasted, thrown out the window. So what we can do now with this Boudoir Pico treated ad is eliminate that wasted ad spend, only spend the difference, $1,600 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month spend. So massive gains there, and we pocket that 8,400 buck, or the business owner pockets that as kind of like an invisible phantom bonus, phantom profit, because it's not being wasted. It's literally, something like 100 grand in kind of bonus profit in the next 12 months. Now, I finally had a patient, saw his unique CTR of his Facebook ad is 5.03%. So again, I knew the BLCS was present. So I went in, Trio Boudoir Pico, well, duplicated Trio Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got his unique CTR up to 15.35%. So I found out he was wasting 67%, or at least the original Boudoir Facebook ad wasting 67% of ad spend. So the original Boudoir Facebook ad had 10 grand a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brands as the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending only 3,300 bucks a month. So that whole difference, we're pocketing that difference as a bonus profit, or the business owner is, the boudoir photographer is, 6,700 bucks a month in bonus profit by simply not spending that money. I would say, 80 grand bonus in the next 12 months. So insanely good without even needed to service any clients. So from these numbers, from what I've seen, the average boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%, so it's wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. So now, getting back to this, going to diagnose to see if we believe it has BLCS, yes or no. So we got the below creative cluster mistake here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is, we're filling out everything in Boudoir, the Facebook Ads Manager and Zuck is telling us to fill out. But that's good for Facebook. It's bad for us. It actually causes more women. The consequences is it causes way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. We waste. Dude, we literally waste serving up those impressions because the women just kind of scrolling by, our ad never enters their brain. So it pulls our unique CTR under 6%, contributes to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. And what actually happens is that Facebook is able to serve more ads per unit time because more women are scrolling by our ads, not spending that much time on it. So Facebook loves it because Facebook makes more money per unit time. We lose more money per unit time when that happens. So we don't want to make that mistake. Next, we got the looks like an ad mistake. So we got our photo or ad creative looks like an ad. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is, we see all the other Boudoir Facebook ads around us. They all look like ads. So everyone can't be wrong, can they? Well, every Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen the back end for or tested myself, taken and tested myself, 100% of them has had BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, because their unique CTRL is under 6%. So because of that, it's happening to everyone because everyone's making the same mistakes because everyone's ads look like ads, or at least their creatives. Their photos look like ads. So the consequence of this, way more women scrolling our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. And this is pulling down our unique CTRL. When it's pulling down our unique CTRL, it contributes to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, finally, we'll check the see more headline up here, first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. And all right, let's see what we got. All right, well, ladies are on the hunt for 5 fearless females experiencing Boudoir photos she liked. All right, so we only got, maybe one piece of relevant context here. So it's the lack of context mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we believe that that we actually believe that we have enough context to pull in the right women and repel the wrong women in the most optimized fashion. And what we're actually doing here is we're not hitting the mark, causing way more women to scroll by Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, and actually increasing the probability we have BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. So after all that, my diagnosis is, I believe this boudoir Facebook ad has a unique CTR under 6%. Therefore, it has BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. All right, so if you're a BLCA with BLCS, so boudoir low click advertiser with boudoir low click syndrome, and you spend more than 10 grand a month in boudoir Facebook ads, and you're looking at the marketplace, seeing it's getting more and more saturated for boudoir photographers. Seems like every time someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up their Google My Business profile saying that they now shoot boudoir, or they get a new camera. Now they're in the mom groups saying they shoot boudoir. Kind of more and more boudoir photographers keep coming out, keep coming out, keep coming out, with basically the same number of buyers. So more and more competition heating up. Then we actually, and you've decided that you've been optimizing other parts of your business, but now you're ready and you want to optimize and pull money out of the boudoir, the Facebook ad side of your business, optimize that more. So pull more money out with the same input. And you're seeing that Boudoir Pico on average can, eliminate about half your ad spend being wasted, eliminate half that, put that back in your pocket without any extra effort. So it'd be approximately 5K per month, or approximately 60K over the next 12 months, over the next year. And you want this outcome, you want to achieve pre-click alignment on your Boudoir Facebook ads. So you become a dominant boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost, because you know you need this on your path to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM when my DMs are open for new patient intake. New patient intake is not open right now, so my DMs are closed. But when they do open, shoot a DM and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.